Alrighty, folks, what's going on? We're going to be talking about using the Steam Deck as a PC. Now, why are we going to be talking about using the Steam Deck as a PC when I constantly harp on the fact that it's a console? So, yes, I do believe this, for me, and my view of it and the way I see it, is as a console. Now, there are those who argue otherwise. However, GPUs, CPUs, all the pricing on everything computer related is still absurd. Look at Nvidia's RTX pricing for the 4000 series. Look at AMD's pricing for the CPU side for the new Ryzen. And you're going to be burning a hole in your wallet and, down into the ground, because that's how deep they want you to go in debt. However, for $400 to $500, give or take, you can have a fairly decent gaming experience with a fairly decently powerful computer for $500. You're not going to find that with a whole lot. And the fact that this is repairable, this is dockable, this is portable, and I'm not even talking about like portable in the play video games portion. I'm talking about literally take a mouse, a keyboard, wireless mouse, a wireless keyboard, and the Steam Deck, and there you go. And the dock, if you so decide to go and blow it up to a bigger screen. You have 4 things that weigh maybe 4 pounds at most. So it's a nice little thing if laptops are not your thing. So anyway, so as you can tell, I've been playing certain games. So the Ascent, Soul Hackers is actually the one that I have the most time in right now. But how do you get to desktop mode? Well, desktop mode is pretty simple. You just go down to power, or you hit the power button. I'm just doing this from the actual Switch desktop. This is not actually the default way to do this as far as the pin code. I just got tired of people switching me and having to go back and forth. Kind of annoying. So I've changed a few things. Defaultly, this stuff right here is actually up here. So this is more for thumb placement than anything else for me when I'm in handheld mode and stuff. And this is more just my traditional workflow in pretty much any OS, except for Mac OS, just because Mac OS is weird. But as you can tell, this is you have icon, status tray, you have quick launch stuff. So if you've used Windows in the last 15 years, you have at least an indication of how to use it. The difference is this doesn't require things like EXEs. This doesn't require you to download stuff from the internet, etc. It is literally just simply go here, which is called the Software Center is called Discover. So the Software Center, store, whatever you want to call it, is all right here. Now, one thing you will notice is a lot of the applications start with a K. So the underlying technology is actually built on KD Plasma. So hence the reason a lot of stuff has a K. That's pretty much all there is to it. This is very straightforward as far as what you want. The only thing is, once you get into here, that's where it gets a little wonky, and that's if you really want to customize things. Let's just put it that way. But the thing everyone's going to want is applications. So you have games, you have accessories, you have all the typical stuff. But most users are really realistically going to want an Office suite. So we'll type in Office. And WPS Office, OnlyOffice, LibreOffice are among the first few applications. Personally, for me, I'm a WPS Office guy. Each their own. However, LibreOffice is perfectly good for 90% of people. However, if you want something with a little more modern UI that still has open source stuff with it, I would actually recommend OnlyOffice's desktop editors. They are quite good. So there's that. Oh, you want to do video editing? Video editor. You have OpenShot, Shotcut, Kdenlive, Olive, Kino, and Flowblade. OpenShot is essentially the iMovie equivalent on Linux. It has a few nice tie-ins with things like Blender and a few other things. Kdenlive is the closest to the more prosumer level end of things as far as like video editors that it's a consumer product that a pro could use. it has enough features and functions. Not quite, but close. Olive is a fairly new editor, so it's more like late alpha, early beta. So I tend to check in. You might like it, you might not. Flowblade, it's got its own workflow and everything, so good luck. Personally, for me, I use Shotcut because it's cross-platform on everything. When I did care about that, it's great for users from those particular platforms. Kden Live on Windows tends to be a little finicky, a little buggy. Need just a straightforward, fairly easy-ish editor. I would recommend Shotcut. Need something more? Use Kden Live. So you can get Google Chrome, you can get ungoogled Chromium, you can get the unstable. You also can get a few other things. Personally, for me, I'm more of a Firefox guy, but Firefox is also available, which is, I believe, the one they are shipping now by default. I know there was some hubbub about using old versions of Firefox and something. We're gonna use Flatpak. That's all I know. I don't remember. I don't pay attention a lot of the nonsensical drama. Multimedia. Now, this is an app most people will know about because it's available on everything, and that's VLC. There you go, VLC Media Player. So there's your music and video playback. You have an Office suite. Now the important stuff. Games. So the games are actually pretty straightforward. Obviously, you have Steam. Here's the typical desktop client. Nothing too fancy or drastic about it. So you go to the store. But what about GOG? There's no GOG stuff. There's no Epic Game Store. Well, yes and no. Officially, you're correct. There is not. Third party, there is. So, Heroic Game Launcher. This particular one is actually a third party one that works on Windows, Mac, Linux, everything as far as that. So, currently, I am logged in with Epic and GOG. And I have Trails of Cold Steel 1 through 4 installed. On Epic, I have Final Fantasy 7 Integrate installed. Yeah, so not a lot to this. So when you open up this particular application, which again, these were all found in the store. I didn't do any voodoo magic in the command line or anything else that most end users would be like, but that's Linux. No, this is Linux for the consumer. This is Linux nowadays on the desktop, despite what people like Linus Tech Tips will tell you. Manage accounts. Literally, you click on these, you log in, and that's it. And then you got a library. Not real hard. Wine manager, like, I'm not going to get into a lot of the wine stuff. That's more back end stuff. But this is the desktop Linux experience now. So that takes care of your GOG, that takes care of your gaming for Epic, that takes care of Steam, that takes care of video editors. You also have Audacity, which is available in the store. So there takes care of your audio editing. Your video editing is able to be taken care of. Movies and music are able to be taken care of. Web browsers are taken care of. Everything a consumer would need to use this for day-to-day, online, offline. Now, it's not going to have some weird esoteric piece of software that you're going to need. But if you're just using online stuff anyway, like 90% of the population does, this is totally consumer ready. The gaming experience, not flawless. Once you venture out into the wild of deciding to tinker, this is not a console anymore. This is a PC that you tinker a lot with. For me, this is great to be able to do, but its primary focus and function and feature is the deck UI, and that's where it's going to stay 99.9% of the time for me. This is more when I need to show things. or do quick things. So for me, that's what this is great for. So how do you use your Steam Deck? Let me know in the comments below. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. And remember, comment, rate, subscribe, and keep on saving some money so you can buy some more games. Peace.